ravioli.
How you doing, folks? Thanks for joining us. We're just about to get ready for a real busy night here at Fishworks, so I'll make this quick. But I just want to show you how to make ravioli as we do down here at the restaurant. It's real easy to do. You can do it at home, but better still, come on down to the restaurant and try ours on for size. I'm sure that you'll like them. Let's make some pasta, shall we?
Start with a whole bunch of flour. I like to use organic flour, and add a little bit of salt to it as well. Then make a well with a fork to which you can add your beaten eggs. As you continue to beat the eggs, incorporate some flour from the well, and as this mass grows larger, it might start to run away on you, so you can always add more flour to the outside of the well. Also, doing this in a bowl helps, makes things a little bit easier. As you incorporate more flour, it will change from a liquid into a batter and working itself into a solid dough, at which point you can abandon the fork and start to use your hands. This is probably the most important and definitely the most time-consuming part of the dough making process, because you need to knead this by hand for at least 10 minutes, if not 20, in order to work up enough gluten, which is the elastic protein in wheat that gives the dough structure. After kneading it long enough, the dough should be smooth and not sticky, and if you poke it with your index finger, it should spring back rather quickly, and that indicates that you've built up enough gluten. I usually start with more flour than I need, so I have plenty of leftover, and at home I scrape it off the bench with a dough scraper, sift it through a fine mesh, and then I can reuse it over again. So back at Fishworks, where I have my ravioli equipment set up, I'm going to start by attaching my pasta machine with a C-clamp to the work surface, and then liberally flour the work surface. Pull my dough out of the cooler where it's been resting overnight, and again liberally flour that. I'm going to cut it into manageable size pieces. I'm going to first by hand shape it into a sort of a rope. Then I can roll it out. Here I'm using a wine bottle that I've sterilized in the dishwasher, so you don't even really need a rolling pin to do this. I always have a wine bottle on hand. And then roll it through the pasta machine. So I'm going to start on the thickest setting, which is number 7, and roll it through in descending order down to number 2, which is the thinnest setting I use. So roll it once through 7, and then once through 6, and once through 5, and so on and so forth down to number 2. Ideally, you'd want to flour this in between each roll because you want nothing to stick. That is disaster. So here I'm just using a ravioli mold to measure out the length of each sheet, and if I have one that isn't long enough at the end, I will then set my machine to number 1, roll it out a little bit thinner and a little bit longer. Again, cleaning up properly is very important, so just dust off the flour from your pasta machine with a dry pastry brush. Before stuffing my ravioli, I'm going to start with 1 egg beaten with 1 tablespoon of water. This is just kind of a glue to adhere the 2 sheets of pasta together. And in this bowl here, I have a chilled filling, which in this case is a scallop mousse with a julienne of basil. And I'm just going to put that into a large piping bag without a tip. So here's my ravioli mold, liberally floured again. And I'm choosing a good sheet, one without any holes or stretch marks and that has plenty of room to hang over the mold. And the top part of my mold just slowly goes over there to create these dimples. These dimples I now fill by piping with mousse. You want to remember not to overfill or underfill the raviolis, and this is just a matter of practice. If you over or underfill them, they might blow up in the water. So here I have a top sheet selected. I'm just going to brush it with a little bit of this egg wash and slowly lower it down over top of the filled bottom layer. Careful to make sure that there aren't any air pockets involved. Roll your wine bottle over the top of the mold to seal the edges, and then tear away the excess carefully. Now wait! Don't just turn it out onto a surface like this. It's great for a cool shot, but you actually want to freeze them before you do anything with them because they're very fragile. So here I'm lining a wide, shallow dish with parchment paper, and I'm going to turn them out into that so that they can go straight into the freezer. After they've set in the freezer, you can put them in a simmering pot, not boiling, simmering, for 6 minutes, and then turn them out onto a plate. These ones happen to be a salt cod brandade ravioli, which I'm giving a little bit of saffron beurre blanc with brunoise of jalapeno and some pancetta lardons, some basil green oil, and an ocean-wise tiger prawn. Beautiful little dish.
Just go ahead and eat. Just pretend like you like it. Maybe a glass of wine to go with it.
The crispy bacon, a salted cod.
Salted cod, brandade, the little Inca Torontes, nice and light, a little bit floral. We'll go with the saffron, and that's a saffron beurre blanc with brunoise of jalapeno.
Very good. What do you think, John?
Oh, that's better than I thought. Salt cod's really mild, but it's well seasoned. A little bit of garlic in there. Creamy potato. It's going really well with this floral, kind of tart saffron beurre blanc. A little tiny bit of spice from the jalapeno. Oh god, that's beautiful. Yeah, that ravioli's better than I thought.
The bacon? Well, not all yet. Now I thought I got my...
You can have the prawn too. You like prawns?
Wow! Bacon! Wow, so good. Oh my god.
I think that's the best footage yet.
Fantastic. Very nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You can finish that, please. Enjoy.
To book a table at the restaurant, a special chef's table dinner, or for event planning and catering, give us a call at 778-340-3449 or drop us an email at info@fishworks.ca. Thanks for watching. We'll see you real soon.
Good.